morning, good morning. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and today is Saturday, March 5th, and we are doing the February 4th Art Saturday video hop. We rescheduled it to March 5th. Let me get out here to my channel, and the theme is recycle, 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 recycle. Good morning, everybody. All right. So in this hop, we have 8 people recycling. And let me just kind of go through the players. First up is Tanya McGuire, then APG Jamie, Tim at Designs by CADPRO, Janet Nash, Artfully Blind with Diana, Sylvia D, Bootsie Sweettarts, Roy, and myself. Woohoo! I have no idea what folks are going to do. I was really debating about what I was going to do. Let me light my holly candle. But I have lots of things that I can recycle. A lot of things that I can recycle. But I chose a technique that's been done before. This is nothing new. People have done it before. I've only done it a couple times. So I'm going to try it again. And that is to use plastic bags as a fusion to fuse fabric onto paper. And so I chose a couple of bags and a couple to recycle. This is a grocery bag. Best Choice is kind of the store brand where we shop. It's a pretty good brand. I chose that, and then a couple of paper sacks. I'm going to start out really small. Hi, Rhonda. Good morning. Hi, Jen. Kitty Jen. Good morning. Good morning, ladies. And I'm going to try it with my little craft iron here because we have to have a heat source. Let's move Penelope. Let me plug my iron in and let it start getting hot. So my recyclables are plastic bags and paper sacks. And as far as fabric, I'm going to use just little pieces that I have around. But you could use, like an old cotton piece that you're no longer using, an old cotton blouse or something like that. I'm going to use pieces of fabric that I have around. I went and pulled some this morning. Just pieces like this. Little piece with, this looks like it's floral, just a little piece. I'm going to try to fuse it. Here's some spool, threads of spool. I got this at Walmart, Crayola. This was on sale. They got quite a bit of this. It was on sale, and so was this. This is wine labels. I bought this for the color more than for the theme. Wine labels really aren't my thing, but I like the color. And if I don't pull some of this off of this desk over here, I'm going to have a craft-a-lanch. So let me just grab onto this and put it behind me. I have so much going. All right, that's getting warm. Let's start. Let's start with something really small. Maybe a couple of these pieces. Excuse me. Boy, the morning came fast, let me tell you. I'm going to try to fuse it onto this paper sack. Walmart is getting rid of their craft department? No. Why would they do that? Why would they do that, Walmart? Honestly, I don't get these people. There goes my apple barrel paint. Oh well, we'll find it someplace else, I suppose. I've got plenty of paint, but on the other hand, why they do that stuff, I don't know. All right. Let's just open up this this paper sack here. Excuse all the wrinkly noise. All righty. Let's just cut this off here. Get me some usable sheets. I guess they consider, well, crafts non-essential stuff. Well, I hope that person's wrong. You like the one with crayons on it? Maybe we'll try that one first. Let me just tear. Well, no, I think I'll cut. I haven't done this in a long time. I did this when I lived in Wisconsin, and it worked pretty good. So if you're out of gel medium or something like that, is usually what I use. I usually use Yes Paste. But let's just say I was buying my Yes Paste at Walmart and couldn't get hold of it anymore. Let's just cut here. And here. There we go. Just get me some sheets here. And we'll see how this works. See if I can actually accomplish it today. I haven't done this for several years. There we go. We got 3 sheets to work with. Let's pull these 2 and let's grab onto that crayon fabric. Well, I hope they keep their fabrics. I suppose you could still order their fabrics online. Hi, Carol. Good morning. Carol is going to go live today at 9 o'clock. So let's pretend that I'm working on my stitch row, Carol. It's got the part of the label still on this. Come on. Okay. So let's just grab a piece of crayon here. Fabric. Oh, it's got a nice little cardboard in it. And you want your iron pretty hot. And I'm just going to, I'm going to cut out a piece, and then I'm going to, then I will press it. Let's cut off of this side over here. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfectly straight, because I'm going to trim the edges. I put one of these towels that I usually use for drying my hands when I don't have paper towels around. Okay. So right now I'm just going to cut the fabric. Not those scissors, those won't cut fabric anymore. And I'm going to leave a little extra just in case I have any plastic hanging out, but I'm going to try not to do that. And I'll cut it there. And let me tip my camera a little. Get a sip of tea. I'm excited to see what everybody's going to be doing this morning. Recycling. As art journalers, we are really good at recycling things. I mean, there's just not much that escapes our hands as far as, and most of us have our brothers and husbands and friends thinking twice before they throw anything away. All right, let's just kind of press this fabric out a little. Just kind of smooth it out so it really doesn't matter, but press out the wrinkles a little. Yep, that iron's hot. I'm not going to have to worry about my iron not being hot enough. All right, and this towel it's clean. It's just got some stains on it from Meri using it as a paint towel. Let's press this out a little. Okay, now I need my plastic. Let's cut a piece out of this bag. This is an old grocery sack. This is a good way to use them up if you have them sitting around. I use them as trash bags here in my studio. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Jill. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, good morning. Carol says, I will be listening in. Hugs to you all. Okay, we'll take a piece of this white. Not the printed. I don't think it matters, but we'll just use a piece of the white backing. Cut it down. This bag had holes in it anyway. Now I'm going to cut my plastic shorter than my piece so that I don't have any sticking out and might stick to my, so I'm going to cut this down. I'll keep this side. So a good way to do that is just to kind of fold it like you see me do with my napkins. Just kind of fold it and fold it. And let's trim off a piece here. Throw that away. And I'm just going to leave maybe about a 1/4 inch around the edge here. Get a hold of my scissors this morning. Boy, I'll tell you, the morning came fast here. The morning came fast. I did get some rest, though. All right, I'll save that piece. And well, I thought I cut that down enough. I may not have. No, I guess I cut it this way. It's plastic. There we go. So let's just trim. I'm trying to leave some of the paper as a border because I don't want the plastic to extend beyond the paper. And we're going to see how this works. I might have too thick of a paper here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll try it on different. This is a paper bag. I'll try it on some copy paper too. Maybe some book paper. Be fun to try some pieces on book paper. Alrighty, there we go. Now you could put it clear out to the border, but I don't like to do that because is this the piece that yeah. I don't like to do that because I don't want the plastic to melt to the... Let's see how this works. We're just going to apply a heat source here. Kind of press on it. The idea is to melt that fabric inside, the plastic inside. And I'm hoping this is going to work. We shall see. It's beginning to. You need to apply a pressure to it and just heat. Make sure your iron's hot. The idea is to melt the plastic bag so much that it melts to the fabric here. That is 60, and you're going to have to apply some pressure and just go slow. It's going to take a bit of time here. It isn't going to happen right away. Get my scissors out of the way. I've seen this done before. I haven't done it for a long time. Let me get my cord up here. Let's turn this over and get some heat under here. It's hot. Should be melting it. And you're just going to have to do it until it melts. Let's see what's going on with it. Well, it's melted to the, it didn't melt to the fabric too much. It melted to here. Let's try, see that fused pretty good onto the paper. Let's try a different fabric. This might be, although this is a cotton, let's try, that doesn't feel hot. Let's try this thinner. Let's see if this one works better. One of these. This is just thin here. I don't know. It might be my plastic bag. Of course it wouldn't work when I want it to work. Let's see. Instead of doing that, let's put it here and put a piece of paper. How do I want to do that? No, I don't want to do that. Let's just try this one. I don't know. This stuck. This fused pretty good to the paper. So we got that far with it. But my fabric did not fuse onto this. Maybe I'm going to put another layer. Let's try another layer of plastic. Meri has to experiment here. I haven't done this for a long time. I guess I'm going to use the printy side here. And I pushed my scissors away. I might need more plastic. So the videos are released at 5:30. This morning, and they're standalone videos, or they're not live streams, so you can watch at your leisure. I'm going to try the spool thread fabric. I think it's a little thinner. Open this up. Come on. Open up. Oh, it's just strips. Well, all right. We'll do it that way then. Let's cut it here. We'll put it here. I'm going to try something. No, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not going to try anything. And let's put this one here. Now I got some plastic peeking out here. I don't want any plastic peeking out because I don't want to ruin my iron. All right, let's see if I can get this to fuse to the fabric. This is kind of a what they call a poor man's interfacing. Of course, that's not gonna. I don't know if it's gonna fuse for me. Any other time it would be melting. Any other time it would. Let's cut my fabric here. It's hot. It's hot. Be careful when you do this because it's hot. See, it fused over here. This fused. This got hot. Let's put a piece of scratch paper on that. Not that one. I don't want to get my iron. Maybe the trick is to hold your iron in place for a little count of 10 seconds maybe. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Maybe 5 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. You don't want to burn your substrate, but you need it to get that heat permeating through to the plastic. And I'm not pressing really hard, but I am pressing down on it. Ouch. It's hot. I don't understand why that wouldn't melt. And we'll see what's going on over here. Yeah, it's starting to. It's starting to. And I'm only going to go until 5:30. Now I have in here where that's not going to fuse to each other because I didn't use a whole piece of fabric. But that's okay. And all we're doing is melting that plastic bag between the layer of paper and fabric. And the recyclable part of this is the sack and the, oh, you know what, and the fabric. You know what? Susan Hiles and Turquoise Dreaming have an open collab coming up with making a paper bag journal and decorating the pages. I might do something like this. It might take me a while, though. I'm not so helped on the time element of this, but let's see what I have. Whew. So it is fusing. I can kind of pull the fabric off, but it is fused onto there. It depends. It kind of depends on, it might depend on the plastic that I'm using too. But it is sticking. Because I split it there, I have a split fabric in there. That part isn't. I haven't done this in a long time. So let's see. Let's just cool this off a little. I want to try a piece of copy paper. Let's grab a piece of copy paper here and see if it works any different on a different paper. This, it did fuse down. It fused down, but I can still pull it up. I can still pull on it like that. But it is stuck down, so it depends on how, like if I was going to art journal, I could art journal on that now. It's stuck, but I can pull it if I want. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to try it on a piece of copy paper. Let me get a sip of tea. My mouth is dry. I ate popcorn last night. That's good. Let's try it on a piece of copy paper. And I'm going to get a different bag here. Throw this away. This is a Walmart bag. We'll try a Walmart bag and see if the plastic composition of the plastic is any different. And I'm going to leave it doubled. I'm going to leave it doubled because I ended up doubling it anyway. The idea is to use, well, I'm using copy paper now. I suppose you could use newspaper. Ooh, that might be interesting to try on a piece of newspaper. We're going to try it on a piece of newspaper too. But let me try this. I don't want to go past 5:15 and it's 5:04. Cut off about an inch here. Woo! Staticky. Cut off some more. And I'm trying to leave a border of paper around this because I don't want it sticking to. Oh, I see what I did. I cut it. All right, I guess we're going to have 2 layers. Like that. And I still am having a... All right, let's try... Some of that fabric is shorter than what I anticipated. Let's try some of this. Remnant. Pretend this is an old blouse. Let's cut a piece off. It isn't going to hurt the fabric if it doesn't stick, because it will just pull off. All right. Hold the phone. I have to cut a piece. Here, I should have had some all cut. Let's just tear it. And snip it down here. This is why you buy fabric at the thrift store. And let me snip off a piece over here. All right, let's try this one and see if it works any better. I wasn't completely happy with it fused, but it didn't give me a really strong fuse. I could still pull it up. And this might do the same thing, but we'll see. The idea is to melt that plastic under it. Let's just kind of press this down first. And I'm not going like this because I don't think that puts enough heat on my fabric on my sheet here. So I'm just kind of moving it slow. I don't want to scorch the fabric, but I need that heat to permeate through. Now I could see making a book page out of this. I could. So you just want to go slow, let the heat do its job. Oh, let's pick this up. It's sticking to the bottom here. Now, I am interested in, let me run and get a sheet of newspaper, just right in here. in the living room. Hold on a minute. Let's fuse. Let's try talking about recycling. Let's recycle some newspaper onto that paper. What do I have? I have the sports section and the classified ads. Boy, good choice, Meri. Oh, we got the cartoons. We got the funny papers here in the Dear Abby. Let's try fusing some of the funnies. And let's see what happens here. I've got a Dear Abby page too. Let's just tear right here. This isn't going to tear as nice. And we're going to put some plastic sack on here. If I have time. I've got a little time here. Glad we went grocery shopping yesterday. I grabbed a bundle of sacks here. We had a bundle of them out there. We keep them. We keep our paper sacks too. So let's just cut this, whack it off. Got a Walmart bag and a plastic bag and a grocery bag from the store. Let's cut some margin off here for me. Now, I'm not expecting the edges where I don't have plastic to fuse. I'm not expecting that to fuse. I want the center of this. Hold on. Sticking to my fingers, static electricity. Let's see. I have to cut this down more. And it's kind of whacking at it because I'm in a hurry. There we go. Now, here, my ruler out of the way. Cut off some of this. And I might need more than 2 layers. I don't know. I haven't done this in a long time. But I have seen this done. I know this is not a new technique. It's kind of a poor man's fusible. All right. And I want to try fusing paper to paper. So I'm going to take the funny papers here. And I'm not so helped on Dear Abby. And we're going to turn this like this. And we're going to put the rest of the funnies over here. And I might have a bit of overlap here, but that's okay too. Because I'm going to snip this out when I'm done. All right. We're going to try to fuse this paper to paper here. It doesn't have to be fabric to fabric. And I'm just going to go slow and let it do its job. Again, I'm not watching chat too much. Good morning to everybody who's come in. I want to go through who's doing the hop, who's joining the hop today. Tanya is starting it out. Tanya McGuire's channel goes live at 5:30. And then APG Jamie. Designs by CADPRO is Tim. Janet Nash. Artfully Blind with Diana. Sylvia D. And Roy at Bootsie Sweettarts. Look at, see that plastic in there is melting. Almost melted on my iron. Let's put it would be interesting too. Another thing you could do is, I like history a lot. History book pages would be interesting. To do. I think the paper probably fuses better to itself with this plastic than the fabric does. We'll pull it up in a minute and we'll look. But it is fusing. Now it's not fusing on the edges because I don't have plastic clear out to the edge. I'm not expecting that. Ouch. But it's hot. It's hot, and I'm not expecting it to fuse where the two papers overlap each other. I'll tear that off. And then Carol McDougald at The Magical Touch. The Magical Touch. MAGICKAL. She comes on at 9 Eastern. All right, let's see what I have. I don't think this does a very good fuse. I don't know. It could be the fabric that the plastic that I'm using. I don't think it's a successful with fabric to paper, but it does fuse it down enough that you do get a bond, but you can pull it up. All right, I'm going to pull this off a little here, and let's just cut. Let's fold it in half. I want to cut off some center of it here. It does bond it together, but I wouldn't call it a deep fuse like you could never pull up on it. And let's just cut. Let's see if I can get a portion of the center here. And let's cut here. Don't worry about the scrappy's edge. I use all scraps. This will either go on clusters or tags or something. None of this will go to waste. The paper might go to waste. I need to get off here in a few minutes. We're just going to see what this looks like on. I don't think the fabric was as successful. Let's just cut the edge off here until I have a decent fuse. Now, a trash bag might work better than the paper bags. You have to try different plastics. Save my cotton strips. The idea is to get a bond like that. I think the paper fused down pretty good. Now, not where it's, not where it overlapped. It's not going to fuse where it overlaps because I don't have anything in there. But let's cut out a section here. Now maybe over here. See what I have. That's pretty good. I'd say I'm happier with the paper. Let's tear this part off. I'm happier with the paper fusing than I am the fabric. So it's something to try. Ouch, it's hot. I wouldn't say this was a total success, but it's not a failure either, because you just need to experiment with this stuff when you recycle. There's an overlap. So I'm pretty happy with it. Although I do think I could probably pull it apart if I wanted to. But I don't want to. Let's say we were going to make a little journal. Or even, you might want to take a piece like a comic and fuse it down in on a tag or something like that. Say you just don't have any gel medium. So that's my recyclable for today. I can't stay on and play with. I wish I could play 3 hours today, but I can't. Let's put it like this. I think I'll leave my iron out. Let me unplug it. Let's get the other piece out, and then I'll come out and say goodbye to everybody. Hi and bye. Let me get that other piece. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put the other piece? Throw stuff behind you and it runs away. Where did it go? Well, I guess I won't get it out. I had that other piece that I was working on. I was thinking the Crayola, this piece. It's rolled up on me. All right. This piece, it is fused down, but I wouldn't say it's the greatest fuse in the world because I think I can pull it up. But it depends on what you're doing with it. It does fuse. Maybe try different plastics. I think this was more successful over here. But I'm going to leave this as my thumbnail. All right. And maybe even put my iron there. Okay, let me come out and say goodbye. In about 4 minutes, the videos are going to go live. Hi, Dee Dee. Good morning, Dee Dee. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Mina. Hi, Jacqueline, Janet, Nash, Rory. They're talking about sunflowers. Try to fuse a plastic bag fabric. Trying to fuse a plastic bag fabric. Yeah. Anastasia. Good morning, Anastasia. Welcome, welcome. JJ and J. Janet, Nash, Jacqueline, and what other Janet in there? JJ and J. Jill. Janet, Nash, Jacqueline, and Jill. Good morning. Dee Dee says. Meri in her own world, not paying attention. Yeah, when I am in my own world, especially on a project like this, I'm trying to demonstrate how to fuse paper together using a plastic bag. And it does work, but be aware that it may not have the same stickability as what we're used to with our glues and everything. I'm not sure I would do this on a consistent basis, but then again, it may be the plastic I'm using. A plastic kitchen trash bag might, or a yard bag might work better. But the idea is to melt the plastic between the fabric and the paper. I think 2 pieces of paper might fuse together a little bit better than fabric. But I have to tell you, even when I use my Yes paste, or most glues, even when you get that done, bonded, you can pull up like that. See, there is some sticking in there, but it seemed to fuse better to the paper than it did to the fabric. And my iron, of course, I unplugged it, so it's just warm. It's not hot anymore. So thank you for coming in and watching. Play around with this. The best thing that you can do with things like this is just play. Just play, because that's when you discover stuff, is when you're out there experimenting. And don't expect everything that you do, especially when you're doing stuff like this, to be a success total right off the bat. Because, see, that fused. I'm pretty happy with that. It just depends. You learn as you go when you try these things. Of course, you can get cynical and say, oh, I'll just go to the store and buy some gel medium, some golden gel medium. We'll buy the most expensive thing that we can find. All right, everybody, have a really good day. Hop into the videos. Tanya is kicking it off. Tanya is the first one. And then I think it's APG Jamie. And enjoy the hop. Enjoy your day. Carol comes live at 9 o'clock. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day.